Hello students, I am Vipul Mishra, Faculty of Commerce Management and HR at OSN Academy. Uh, Student, as you all know very well that we have excellence of 24 years in this field. There is a very good news for you people and we all actually that we have launched our app. So go to the Play Store and you can have our app also, because on the demand of the student we have launched it. So this is very great news for us. Now we are going to start with our topic. Topic is staffing in management. This topic is common in all three streams. Means if we talk about the business management in case of commerce student, unit 6. If we talk about the management student, that is the essential of management or the principle of management unit, that is unit 1. And if we talk about labor laws or the human resource management student, that is also unit 1, that is principles of management. So under the principles of management part, when we talk about the managerial functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So here we are going to discuss the staffing part of the management. So student, the very first question, because today's live will cover all the aspect of staffing part, because staffing is that type of function or the which is specialized in order to procurement of the people, development of the people. We all know that the human resource or the central resource of an organization, and the staffing is the part of management which deals with employees or staff only, right? So the very first question is, in the staffing function, which one of the following group of managers are involved? The options are only top management, only middle managers, then only personnel managers and all managers. So student, there may be some confusion due to top management, because in some organization you can see that top management of the organization also involved in case of a staffing function. But if logically or conceptually we are talking about, so the answer should be C, because only personnel manager, that is the management related to the human resource, that deals with procurement and development of the people for the organizational perspective. So in this manner, out of this, what should be the right answer is, that should be C. Come to the next question. If we talk about next question, that is, which one of the following sequential activities, arrangement of activities under the staffing functions? Means here activities are there and we have to arrange all these activities, because we all know very well that staffing deals with a sequence of activities in order to incoming of the people and outgoing of the people from the organization. जब हम बात करेंगे सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्टाफिंग पार्ट की, तो स्टाफिंग सिर्फ आपका जो प्रोक्योरमेंट है और जो सेपरेशन है एम्प्लॉयज का, उसके बीच की कड़ी होती है. तो उसके बीच में जितनी भी आपकी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, जितने भी फेजेस होते हैं, उन सभी को हमें यहां पे सीक्वेंशियल मैनर में लगाना है. ऑप्शन ए, डेवलपमेंट, प्रोक्योरमेंट, इवैल्यूएशन, कंपनसेशन and separation. Then come to the second, development, evaluation, compensation, procurement and separation. Next is procurement, development, evaluation, compensation and separation. Then procurement, development, compensation, evaluation and separation. So what should be the right answer? Because A can't be right. Why? Because development सबसे पहले नहीं होगा. So A and B can't be the right answer. Now confusion can be between C and D. Why? Because यहाँ पे भी procurement पहले है, वहां पे भी procurement पहले है, फिर आपका development है, फिर आपका evaluation है, फिर आपका compensation है और फिर आपका separation है. So we have to decide that what should be come first, because up to 2 steps it is very common in these two options. So now we have to take the decision that evaluation will come first or the compensation will come first. So the right answer should be answer, what should be? it should be answer C, right? Because evaluation is done in the form of performance appraisal. What is the right sequential activities under the staffing part? That is recruitment and selection, training and development, performance appraisal, salary and wages administration, and then modes of employee separation. Because we know very well that the activities between separation and from the your procurement part is the only deals with your staffing part. If we talk about pre and post activities, then it becomes HRM. So the only difference between HRM and staffing is having of more coverage, right? More scope. क्योंकि HRM के केस में क्या होगा कि वहां पे activities और ज्यादा होंगी. Means if we talk about your job analysis part, if we talk about your succession planning part, if we talk about your IR part, तो ये सारी चीजें आपके HRM में होती हैं. बट इन केस ऑफ स्टाफिंग वी ओनली डील्स विद द ह्यूमन पीपल एट वर्क, कि जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं उनके प्रोक्योरमेंट डेवलपमेंट कंपनसेशन से रिलेटेड ही एक्टिविटीज होंगी. तो इन दिस मैनर द राइट आंसर शुड बी आंसर सी. कम टू द नेक्स्ट question number 3. Which of the following is the process of systematically identifying, assessing and developing organizational leadership to enhance the performance? I'm repeating the question once again. Which of the following is the process of systematically identifying, assessing and developing organizational leadership to enhance the performance? The four options are manpower planning, career planning, succession planning, and strategic human resource planning. We all know that manpower planning, which is also known as human resource planning, that is the planning which strives to have the right number and right type of people at right place so that we can meet out the organizational goals and objective, right? So it can't be right answer because ये बेसिकली वैकेंसी को क्लियर करने में, वैकेंसी को डिफाइन करने के लिए यूज होता है. सो मैन पावर प्लानिंग इज नॉट द राइट आंसर. Career planning is the planning of one's regarding his or her career in terms of the possibilities in future. Right answer should be answer C. Why? बिकॉज सक्सेशन प्लानिंग वो प्रोसेस होती है जिसमें हम जो फ्यूचरिस्टिक लीडर है, जो फ्यूचरिस्टिक अथॉरिटीज हैं, हायर पोस्ट हैं, उनके लिए जो पर्सपेक्टिव एम्प्लॉय है, जो पोटेंशियल एम्प्लॉय है, उसको हम अभी से नर्चर करते हैं, अभी से हम डेवलप करते हैं सो दैट वी कैन डेवलप द लीडरशिप अमंग पीपल टू इनहांस द परफॉर्मेंस. सो द राइट आंसर शुड बी सक्सेशन प्लानिंग. I would like to clear that information once again, that the student who have joined right now, that we have launched the app, so you can download our app through Play Store and go through it. And student who have joined or who can join can have all the panels, all the classes in a detailed manner with a very good content 24/7 on your panel. So you can have go through it, and once we have the interactive session in the form of live, so you can solve your queries and increase your knowledge base. So come to the fourth question, that is arrange the following steps of the selection process in a sequential manners. यहां पे क्या है कि जो आपका सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर होता है या सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस है, उसके स्टेप्स लिखे हुए हैं, एंड वी हैव टू अरेंज दीज इन अ सीक्वेंशियल और राइट मैनर सो दैट अ मीनिंगफुल कंप्लीट सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस कैन बी फॉर्म्ड. द फर्स्ट इज एम्प्लॉयमेंट इंटरव्यू, देन एम्प्लॉयमेंट टेस्ट, देन स्क्रीनिंग ऑफ एप्लीकेशन, background analysis, and receiving applications. These are the 5 steps. We have to arrange these steps in a right manner. Option A, 2, 3rd, 5th, 1st and 4th means employment test is the first one, so A can't be the right answer. Again, B, fifth, receiving of application is the right one. Then fourth, that is background analysis. So again wrong, because after receiving the application there is no background analysis. So B can't be the right answer. Come to the C, that is the third is the first. That is the screening of application. So how can we say that before receiving there can be the screening of the application? That is also a wrong. So in this manner, what should be the right answer? The right answer should be answer D. Why? Because the very first is the 5, that is receiving the application. First of all, the organization receives the application of the applicant or the candidate. So once the application receives in the organization, and if there are more applicant for a job, means increased hiring ratio. Hiring ratio, we all know that. What is hiring ratio? Hiring ratio. Hiring ratio can be defined as the total number of applicant regarding a job. Means किसी भी job के लिए what is the number of choices the organization has, actually that is the hiring ratio. Higher the hiring ratio, higher the choices we have, right? So यहाँ पे क्या है कि हायरिंग रेशियो जब ज्यादा होगा मींस लोग एप्लीकेंट्स ज्यादा होंगे, वैकेंसीज कंपैरेटिवली कम होंगे. इन सच अ केस screening of application should be there. So first is receiving of application, second is screening of application, then employment test should be there. Employment test, we all know that the different type of test that we conduct or the organization conduct in order to have more knowledge or to check the knowledge base of the person. So that depends on the organizational policy and nature of job as well. If we talk about the job related to the counselor, so there should be personality test. If we talk about the job related to the army and forces, so there should be physical test. If we talk about some administrative job, so there must be some intelligence test. If we talk about a managerial person or the executive person, so there may be some aptitude type of test. So there are different type of employment test, but their suitability depends on nature of job and the organizational policy. And the last is then next one is your employment interview. After clearing the employment test or the qualifying the employment test, we have to go through the employment interview. Interview, we all know that a formal process through which the organization can have the more and extended information about the candidate. That is the formal way, right? Because primary information about the candidate we are already having, and more the information, more the extended information we have to go through. So that's why employment interview is there. And last is your background, because once you clear the interview, the very next step is your background analysis. Background is also known as you're checking the references, means the sources from where we can obtain the important and valuable information related to feedback about the employee behavior and work, right? So these are the steps. Come to the next question, number 5. In an organization, under line and staff, function of staff is very important, because once we talk about your staffing part, because staff is the term which is used in organizing or the organization perspective. When we talk about the organizing function in management, so 3 basic format or the organizational structure are there: line organization, line and staff organization, and functional organization. So here question is, in case of line and staff, what is the meaning of staff is? What is the actual work or the contribution, you can say, or the function played by the staff actually? So here 2 questions are there. What is the meaning of a staff, and what are the functions performed by the staff under the line and staff format in organizing part? So what are the options? A, superior, B, managerial, third, authoritative, and D is advisory. So these are very much related to the administration and the management of the organization. So they can be confusing and overlapping in your mind. What should be the right answer, students? It should be D. Why? Because advisory function is in case of staff. Once we talk about the line organization, we all know that a clear line of command or the hierarchy of job exists. But if we talk about the line and staff, so in such a case, at every hierarchy of job, some additional staff is added. Staff means people is added who are supposed to perform the work of providing help and giving advice to the main authority. So the right answer should be answer D, that is the advisory function. Come to the next question number 6, very important. Which one of the following is an example of golden handshake scheme? Means golden handshake scheme is basically related to which condition? That is the actual question. The A, superannuation retirement, B, voluntary retirement, C, compulsory retirement, and D, retirement on the account of disablement. So student, it is very clear that these four are related to employee separation. If we talk about employee separation, so there are so many methods or modes by which we can get separated from an organizational setup, right? So these are the methods. Now, if we talk about the superannuation and the compulsory retirement, both are same. Only name is different, but the content or thing is same. Superannuation is the attainment of a highest qualified age for a job, whether it is 58 or 60, whatever it is. And that is also known as compulsory retirement. The retirement that is taken by the employee on the attainment of highest age qualifying for a job. Then VRS or the voluntary retirement is the retirement that depends on the you can say interest of the worker or the staff, right? And third is the retirement on the account of the disablement. So it should be right answer should be answer B. Why? Because VRS is the system voluntary retirement scheme, right? So under VRS we have golden handshake scheme. So golden handshake, what actually it means? So lucrative offers are given to the employee. This is actually termination, we can say termination with retirement benefits. If we have to terminate people and then we provide all the benefits which are related to the actually all the benefits of the retirement, then such a condition is known as golden handshake scheme, and this is the example of voluntary retirement. Come to the question number 7. The process of developing an applicant pool for a job opening in an organization is called. 4 options are there: hiring, recruitment, selection, and retention. I am repeating once again. The process of developing an applicant's pool for job opening in an organization is called hiring, recruitment, selection, and retention. What should be the right answer? The right answer should be answer B. Why? Because recruitment is the process of increasing the your hiring ratio. We can say that. Means hiring ratio, if we talk about, it is the process of increasing the number of applicants for a job. You can say it is the process of searching for prospective employee and motivating them to apply for a job. So we can say that recruitment is the process which can increase the number of qualified person for a job opening. So the right answer should be recruitment, and this is the only reason because behind saying recruitment as a very positive type of process or the positive approach. Come to the question number 8. match the followings, list A and list 2. Here titles of the activity are given in list 2. On the other hand, in the list 1, description about activities is given. Now come to the A, work creation or add value addition, right? Second, a fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning of process. The process organizing work into task required. Then the process of putting a specialized task back so that the person is responsible for producing a whole product or an entire service. So what should be the right answer? Because if we talk about the rethinking or the redesign, it should be B to 4, right? Because BPR, that is the business process re-engineering, that is the situation in which the fundamental rethinking, or you can say the rationality, how can improve our businesses, what can be option to improve our productivity, that is the part of BPR, business process re-engineering. So one clue to solve this puzzle is B to 4. So B to 4 is given in case of, just a minute, there is a mismatch in the options. It should be A, just a minute, A, B, C and D. Yes. So in this manner, what should be the right answer? A can't be right because this is A, B, C and D. Again, what should be the right answer? B should be 4. So B should be 4 in case of either C or D, right? So C, A third, B 4, A third is the workflow analysis is the right one. Then C2, the process of organizing work into tasks required, that is your job design, C third. Just a minute. C2 and B1. Yes, it is the D1. Exact answer is D, because in case of D, it should be the first job enrichment and job design, right? So here we can match with the work creation or the value addition is done in case of workflow analysis. Then if we talk about the fundamental rethinking, that is the BPR part. And if we talk about the process of organizing work into task, that is actually job design. And the last is job enrichment. Come to the next question, that is question number 9. Which of the following helps the manager with the information required to make good human resource decisions? I'm repeating once again. Which of the following helps the manager with the information required to make good human resource decisions? Selection, industrial relations, recruitment, and performance appraisal. So student, what should be the right answer? The right answer is the D, that is the performance appraisal. Have a look. Yes, it is D. Why? Because performance appraisal is the activity or the process of evaluating a person's performance in terms of his or her assigned work or job, right? So it is done in order to take so many managerial decisions like salary increment, like promotion and transfer, like training need assessment should be there, boosting their morale, improving their productivity. So a lot of, you can say, the human resource decisions are based on the data or the result of the performance appraisal. That's why performance appraisal is very important part. One more thing, there must be some overlapping with the term potential assessment and job evaluation. Job evaluation, we all know that is the evaluation of job, not the job holder. If we talk about the process of determining the relative worth of a job, that is the your job analysis actually. And if we talk about the exploring the possibilities or the capabilities of a person that will work in future. That is called potential assessment. So all these three, that is the performance appraisal, job evaluation and potential assessment, these are distinct. इनमें से कोई भी सेम नहीं है. Come to the next. If we talk about reducing the number of employees at operational level and reorganizing the work system in order to attain the greater productivity. I am repeating the question once again. Reducing the number of employees at operational level and recognizing the work system in order to attain the greater productivity. Means if we talk about the improvement in terms of productivity, what can be the two modes of improving the productivity? Either the number of unit produced should be increased or the number of input taken should be reduced. So two conditions can be there. So first is the manpower forecasting. No, it can't be at all. Why? Because manpower forecasting is again a thing that is related to the requirement of the people. Then again, manpower inventory. Manpower inventory means checking about the inventory in terms of human resource we are already having. Means whatever actual workforce we have already having in the organizational setup, that is the manpower inventory. Then downsizing is the right answer. Why? Because downsizing is actually cost cutting. Means eliminating the unwanted or non-productive workers in order to improve the productivity. अभी मैंने बताया ना, productivity को improve करने का एक दूसरा तरीका है कि inputs को हम कम कर देते हैं. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, कहीं ना कहीं अगर हम अपनी cost cutting कर लेंगे तो भी हो सकता है हमारी productivity बढ़ जाए. So answer should be downsizing. Yes, it's C. So student, come to the very next question, that is question number 11. It is in the form of assertion, and the reason assertion is interview is considered to be important in process of selection, right? Second is it helps to judge the overall personality of the candidate. So option A is assertion A is right but reason is false, so it can't be, ये गलत है. Then assertion is correct and reason is also true, it can be. Then third is assertion is incorrect, assertion correct है, so it can't be. Answer should be B, because assertion भी आपका correct है और reason भी एकदम सही है, because interview is basically conducted in order to have the overall personality test of the candidate. So student, in this manner answer should be B. Come to the question number 12. Which of the following is an illegal industrial action as per law? Here we are talking about industrial action, because these are the industrial dispute form actually: mutual insurance, collective bargaining, lockouts and gherav. So what should be the right answer? Because all these things are very much familiar in the organizational setup or the industrial relation part. But if we talk about the gherav, it should be answer D, because gherav is an illegal activity. It is not supposed to conducted at the workplace. So student, it was all about the 12 questions related to your staffing and resource part. So I hope you people can be benefited with the questions we have discussed today. Student, once again I am telling you that we are providing all the materials, all the classes having a comprehensive knowledge or comprehensive content, you can say, 24/7. So you can go through, you can join us through the number which is given on the screen. So you can call or you can go to the Play Store and download our applications also. So it was all about today's session. Thank you.